Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's your man Mike Bowens coming to you once again, live and direct. Listen, I got another powerful message for you. This is a bomb going off. Boom! This message is entitled, Your Why Must Be Bigger Than You. Your why must be bigger than you. See, I hear people say all the time, what's your why? What's your why? But I'm going to tell you something. Your why must be bigger than you. If your goal or your why is to get a good house, have a business, make a little bit of money that you don't have to work or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But then when you reach that, then what? Then what? What's your motives? I mean, what's your goals? You have nothing else. So you become like a walking zombie, like a corpse. Because people see you, but you have nothing that's driving you on the inside, that's pushing you to want to do more, be more, right? When I think about part of my mission is to empower people through Jesus Christ, right? For them to know who He is and His ways and how He loves them and His principles and His statutes. For me, that's a lifetime goal. It's never going to die. It's not a point where I'm going to say I've reached the goal. No, it's something that has to continually keep happening. Another goal is for me to love my wife like Jesus said, as Christ loved the church. So that's my goal. That's part of my endeavor, for me to love her that way, right? So that she don't ever have to wonder, does my husband love me? Does he care about me? No, because I'm going to show you and I'm going to tell you as much and as often as I can. For me to raise godly children so that they can be all that God created them to be. And for them to know that I love and care about them. And I will support them with every fiber of my being. Right? And so these are just 3 things. There's several things, right? But I just figured I'd use those as examples. Those things drive me on a regular basis, right? And I'll even use this other example. I know that one day, me personally, we all got to stand before Jesus Christ. He's going to ask us to give an account for what we did with our lives. Did we use our life to glorify Him? Did we use our life to advance His kingdom? Did we use our life for the good? Or did we just use it for selfish gain? Right? And so I know this. And so every waking moment I think about this, and I'm working towards that day. I'm working towards what I'm going to be able to say, even though He knows, but I'm working on what I'm going to have to say by letting my life speak for me. Right? Have I made mistakes in the past? We all have. Right? But what I'm trying to say to you is that whatever circumstance you're facing today, your why must be bigger than you. Your why must be just than you making a lot of money. It must be bigger than just, having a big house. It must be bigger than you just having a Lex Coupe Beam in the Benz. It must be bigger than you showing off to people your jewelry or whatever. It must be bigger than that. It must be bigger than you being successful and you made it. Right? Do you want to leave a legacy for your family? Do you want to change your bloodline? Do you want to change the poverty that has attacked your family for generations and generations? You want to be the first one to break that? Do you want to be the first one in your family to break the lack of education in your family and go to college and graduate and to move on and to do more with your life? Do you want to be the first one in your family who's not addicted to drugs and alcohol? You want to be the first one in your family who gets married and stays married and actually is happy being married? You want to be the first one in your family, or you want to do things in life, right, where you can create a legacy. Where you can create a legacy because your imprint, the imprint that you leave on this earth, will follow you for eternity. That's what I really want to say to somebody, is that your why has to be so strong that when life punches you in the face, you can get back up and you can keep fighting. You can keep fighting the good fight of faith so you can accomplish and do what you've been put on this earth to do. My next question to you is, do you have a sense of purpose? Do you have a sense of direction? Do you have a sense of why God put you here? That's the first thing before you even get to the why, because if you don't have a sense of purpose and a sense of direction of why you're here, then you just go through life, watching what's on television, listening to what's on the radio, but never having a clear sense of direction of what you're here to do, who you're here to impact, who you're here to help, who you're here to influence. Because then, once you understand that, then the why that's in you is bigger than you, because you understand now that your life is connected to so many others, whether it's your children, letting them see you live a life that's pleasing to God. Let them see you overcoming, living in dire circumstances and coming out of that. You know, it's a good commercial. I don't even know what the commercial is called, but the commercial is it's an older lady, and she's seeing her grandbaby being born, grandchild being born, and I guess she was going through the Holocaust or whatever, and she was like, everything that I went through, it was worth it. I would do it all over again now, so that you can have a better life than what I had. And in the commercial, you see her running out of her house, and troopers going into the house to try to capture her. I guess she was in prison. She came out of prison. She left that country, came to America, and then she had a child, and she raised her child, and now she's standing there watching her grandchild be born. And she said, everything that I went through, though you may never experience it, it was all worth it, so that you could have the freedoms and the opportunities and the things that I was never able to have. That's what I'm talking about. Your why must be bigger than you. So even during those hard times that she was going through, she probably was thinking, I got to make it out of this. Because one day if I have a family, I want them to experience better than what I had. You know, it pains me to see so many African American men. Let me say this. I'm African American, right? I'm black, right? I can say this without people saying, he shouldn't say nothing about black people. I can't. I'm black. It pains me to see so many black brothers standing on the corners selling drugs all day, when our ancestors went through slavery, marched, got beaten, got stabbed, got dogs got attacked by dogs, got sprayed with hoses, for us to stand on the corner and not take advantage of the opportunities today, which they didn't have then. They couldn't go to school to learn to read, but here we got the opportunity to go to school for free. But people talking about, I don't want to go to school, I don't want to learn. You have the opportunity to run a business here, free enterprise. I don't want to do that. I don't care nothing about that. When we have ancestors who went through tumultuous situations so that we can live a better life today. And it puzzles me how we don't look at our history. We don't look at our what we have went through in the past, and we live any old kind of way. Don't you think that we owe it to our ancestors? We owe it to the people that came before us to make something out of ourselves, right? To achieve something, to become something. Because people have literally died. Blood, sweat, and tears have been put into our past, our history, our background, so that we can have and become something today, so we can have a bright future today. You know, I hope this message inspired, encouraged somebody. Because when I think about it, my God has died so I can have a better life today. My ancestors have died so that I can have a better life today. And so, hope this message inspired, encouraged somebody today to dig deep into your why, into your reason for being. And if you don't find anything, just look at what your ancestors went through so you can have and do what you have today and become all that you can be, so that somebody coming after you can stand on your shoulders as well. This is your man, Mike Bowens. I hope this message inspires somebody. And until next time, be blessed.